Cool, man. All right. In terms of like the youth, what I want to say is, do you feel like there's a need for youth centers overall?
Yeah, definitely.
And do you feel like that in itself can help reduce like knife crime, gang crime?
Yeah, I think it's not as simple as that.
Obviously not simple, but do you feel like it can
contribute. It can contribute, definitely. It's so hard because like from a class perspective, there's things that you're exposed to if you're from like an inner city estate that you wouldn't be exposed to if you're not from there, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So a youth centre is something that definitely contributes because if you might have a group of 10 young people that come, some of them, and they're all at risk if they're from like a low socioeconomic background, they're at risk. Some of them, despite that risk, they're still going to be successful in life. Yeah. They're still going to do well in school. It doesn't, just because you're from like a poor family or doesn't mean, you're still intelligent, you can still apply yourself. So some of them will be successful. Some of them as well, on the other hand, are still going to make the wrong choices and do the wrong things. But there's a group in the middle that can go either way. This is what I believe anyway. There's a group in the middle that can go. And I think like I was maybe on that. I was on that. Yeah. Like I was always too scared to do anything too bad. But I was definitely, around the wrong people. You never know. Yeah. That's one thing. I worked with a lot of kids and you see them when they get older and you're like, I never would. You hear stories or whatever, you're like, I never would have seen it, but you never know. So I think the longer you can have them in a safe environment with the right role models that are relatable, because the good thing about youth centers is that majority of the time they're employing local people that become role models for the community. So it kind of shows a different way. So like, and that has a knock-on effect. So those that are kind of on that middle line where they can go left or right, you can maybe just, and maybe not in that moment, they might have to make some mistakes as you do. That's all growth and that's learning. You might make some mistakes and then realize, oh, you know what? I'm not even going to go there anymore. I'm going to the youth club. Yeah. It's a safe environment. That's the main thing. It's the option. It's the option, It's the safe environment. It's the unity. It's the opportunity to support everything that you've got there, innit? Like, I can imagine you guys being in every borough of London. That'd be amazing. Yeah, that'd be sick, man. Because you set like, I don't know, man. It's just become relatable, man. Just understand as well. I think it's the language. So you see, like school doesn't necessarily. I mean, I know like school, you'll have good teachers and stuff, but there's certain things that you can't say in front of your teacher, or you can't even really bring to your teacher. Same with your parents. There's some people you can't necessarily ask for parents about. Yeah, I feel with youth centers it's different because that's what I'm saying. You feel like the people are there because they want to be there. Like you've actually chosen to be a youth worker and supporting it. Yeah. Teachers, you might be like, oh, you're just getting paid, but like there's people there. They don't have to be there, innit? So like when you're with them, you really value what they say. Like appreciate it. Like you said, they're from the and you can talk to them. You can just talk to them about rules. There's no. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't say to your mum or I couldn't say to my mum like, oh, the older boy asked me to sell drugs for him. I can't say that to my teacher either. Like I wouldn't say that to my teacher either. Yeah. I could say that to my youth worker. Do you know what I mean? I could say that to a youth worker, be like, oh, or such and such is carrying a knife, or knife crime. Or you can have those conversations. So that's why it's important, man. Youth workers are really important, and I think, unfortunately, what I think is, youth workers are underpaid for the work they do, and the risks they take as well. Because you got some youth clubs, they're doing metal detector, they're just doing metal. That's so risky. What if there's a kid that you don't know, he's searching the first time, he goes and he pulls out his knife on you. Do you know what I mean? Like and I think the value of the outcomes that will increase the more they actually pay them. Yeah. Because because the good ones are always the ones that leave. Yeah. But that's another one. I don't want to get into conspiracy. I was gonna be like, do you think that's why they have it that way? I think they don't value it, man. Yeah. I think they don't really value it because if you. But surely they must know the impact that it would have in it. That's what I'm saying. Do they care? Also, the fact that they close them down, because everyone knows how important they can be or how valuable they can be. Yeah, as you're saying, they either close down or people underpaid, so it puts people off from like doing that sort of work. And then it's a cycle. Yeah. That's the annoying thing. That's what I'm saying. They shut them down. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. I think it's just nonsense. Yeah, I remember one time one of my old youth workers, and he was like, something happened, and he's like, you guys, a councillor came in or a policeman. He said, you guys are sending people to jail. You're sending people to jail because I can't remember what it was, but something was happening where maybe it was a stop and search. But it's like you're stopping and searching all these black boys. Like how like it's so common. I've never met you before today, but I bet we've had similar experiences. And it only dawned on me a few years ago. I was like, rare. Some of my friends that come from different areas, they've never been stopped by the police. They never have that little bite in their stomach when they're driving, even as a grown man. Our police feds are over there, or just that awareness. They don't even know there's a police car behind them. They don't even know.
Because once it happens, then you get that little.
You just, I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like going back to the youth centers. It's like I think I can't even. Maybe is it a setup? It could be a setup. I don't even know what it is. It just doesn't make any logical sense.
It is, innit? But I don't want to get into it too much because I feel like there's no point complaining about it. Like what you're doing is the main thing, innit? Because like
facts.
That's the direction to go. If they're not gonna be doing it for you, do it yourself, innit?
And that's what people need to do more. Yeah, everyone's waiting. And look, I'll use myself as an example. The council were just gonna put us anywhere. But now, where they've seen, we didn't wait for no funding. We went there, we generated the funds ourselves. We did a fund, big up all our supporters. We did a fundraising drive. We raised, our target was 10,000. We raised £12,000 in like 2 weeks. And that was from the vision. I was like, rare, this is what we want to do. We need money. We put a fundraising bid out. We got other private donors. So the council saw that. They're now involved because they're like rare self-starters. Do you know what I mean? We got busy. So that's.
But you know what it is? Like, that's another point. Like, once you're actually doing your thing, let's say for example you've done your pitch, they're like, nah. It's only once they see what you've done, then they believe. Like, so don't let them put you off. Just because they can't see your vision doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. Your vision is your vision, innit? Exactly. You can imagine it, you can see it happening. You just got to go and do the work, innit? Eventually, those people that doubted you, they'll come crawling back.
Of course. And you know what? You can't even blame them for it. They don't see it. Like you said, it's your vision. Yeah,
sure. If I have doubt in you, don't be hurtful. Like, don't be disheartened. Yeah. Because I can't see what you can see. I don't know what you have inside, innit? But you know yourself. You know what you can achieve. You know your plan. Yeah. So you ain't got to convince me. You just got to go do it. Yeah. That's how it goes. But I feel like people want to wait for other people to do things for them or validate them, give them motivation. Because sometimes you won't get that.
You won't. And then what are you gonna do? No, man. You got to prove. It's proof. Yeah. You got to. It's man. I can't
prove it to yourself.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Don't feel like you're prove to other people. But what I'm saying is like, do your thing. Like, let's say for example, you wanted to have more branches in like in London. People might say, "Oh, that's impossible, man. It's gonna be too expensive." Yeah, let them talk. Yeah, you just do it. Oh yeah, right. That's my guy. You know, I knew he's gonna do it. That's what he did. That's what I always do. I always believed in you, my guy. It's the same whole story. But look at all these pros, like whether it's footballers, musicians. Like, you're telling me everyone around them believed in them.
But I can't blame you. I don't even blame people.
It's not. That's it's not an issue.
I don't feel like any sort of way. Like, you're not. Like you said, it's your vision. So you have to make you got to make them believe just by doing what you got to do. So yeah, man, we just get busy, and that's the problem. I think that's the model that I have. It's like rare. We just do it, and then people can join on as you start to see it. Now you want to be part of it? No problem. Come, we need more collaborators. Come and collaborate with us.
Yeah, I just wanna just think about time, innit? Definitely gonna speak about mindset after this. But last question around this sort of section, I want to ask you, like, what do you think is the cause of the lack of positive role models in our community?
That's a good one. The cause of it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's the right people don't get the light shone on them. I think we're too. I mean, I big up everyone that's doing what they're doing, but there's too much of a focus on like certain industries, which is like sports or entertainment. Which isn't a bad thing because you got like sports isn't easy to be successful in, neither is entertainment. But there's a whole even yourself. Do you know what I mean? You're a positive role model. Do you know what I mean? So there's a whole plethora of people that are doing positive things that don't get enough light, or we don't get enough support from our own. It's like until you've maybe crossed over and made it. I remember I saw something one time on Instagram where there was a guy, black guy, and I think he's like I must say it wrong. He's like a magistrate, or he's got like he works in the courts. Yeah, like so well spoken. He's from somewhere in the East. Yeah, like from an estate in the East. I don't know what he does. I don't know the term of it, but he's got a very very good job. And I was like, this is sick. Like this is banging. Like, but we don't hear enough about it. Yeah. So again, it's like representation, because if you ask most, now, like if you ask most of the youngsters what they want to do, they're going to industries that they think are achievable for them. Yeah, and you can't blame them for that. Whether that is sport, whether that's entertainment, with you know, with like music, it's like, I think, you know, it's a certain type of music gets too much play. And that has an effect, has an impact on people's personalities, because you can hear in the words that people use. You know, I don't really want to. I'm not gonna, like, it's good expression, but there's more than just one genre of music. There's more than just one type of black artist. There's more than just one type of like black person as a black male. Do you know what I'm saying? So even like I'm into boxing, obviously. I think Joshua Buatsi, when he turned pro, if you don't know, he's a boxer, a British boxer, of Ghanaian descent. So they tried to put that on him. Like, he's from some estate, and he does like, oh yeah, you know, you grew up in, like, what was it like growing up in the hood or whatever, you know, that kind of nonsense. He was like, no, like, I went to good school. I'm just a boxer. I don't. He's not trying to give them that sob story of. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone wants a struggle story. Like, some people didn't have that. Like,
just because you're black, it doesn't mean you had, like, it doesn't. Or there's more than one side to the coin. There's more than just, maybe, you mostly did have struggle, but you don't necessarily have to lead with that. Do you know what I mean? So.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you, and I think that's why you're here, man. Because, like, for me, I feel like there's so many people that are doing positive things, positive role models. So many stars out there, but like stars in general. Like, if you look at the sky, you can't see every star in the sky, but it doesn't mean they're not shining.
Yeah, that's true.
You just need to go near them. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, you're shining, but many people can't see you. Doesn't mean that you're not a star. You get what I'm saying? So, like,
but it's like yourself giving a platform. So I think, you know, it's just, we need to value more. Like, there's more to value. There's more industries to value. There's more types of people to value. Whether it's myself, whether it's you, whether it's whatever. We have to put value on things like that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
No, but it's true, man. Because, like, honestly, you're doing a lot of good things, man. And, like, not everybody's gonna know you in your lifetime. Not everyone's gonna know you. But that shouldn't be your main motivation either. You gotta see within yourself that I'm doing the right thing, I'm making an impact. Because sometimes that can also be a thing that can make people a bit disheartened or, like, resentful towards people. Cause, like, no one's really appreciating what I'm doing. But you ain't gotta wait for them to appreciate what you're doing. You just gotta know what you're doing and just do it. The people that you was meant to meet and connect to, they will be the ones that will be grateful, innit? So that's the thing, man. Because, like, when you look at all these celebrities and so on, okay, cool, they're doing their thing. However, like, for example, you're doing your stuff in real life. In real life, like, you might not be getting the same exposure because, of course, you can record every single thing that you do, every single conversation that you do. And yes, you can put on internet, but doesn't mean it's not happening, innit?
Yeah.
And yours is authentic.
Yeah,
so, like, for me personally, I like that stuff, innit? That's why I gravitate towards that. So it's all about hearing your stories, innit? Like, so people can get to know you, jump on your thing, be inspired, and collect your accolades as well, innit? Like, cut your flowers, because you're doing bits, man. But humble guys like you don't talk, innit? So we'll never know.
But if you notice, your actions speak louder than words.
It's true.